was good, people? Welcome to the broadcast. How's everyone doing? This wonderful Wednesday evening. You guys can see the angle is different. I'm using a different webcam. What's going on? Well, it's quite simple actually. Let me just stop that automatically trying to do its thing over there. That's manually messing around with. That should be a little bit better. Yeah, man. So right now, I'm gonna be looking at some new music. Don't really know how else to say it. Stay it, go into it, whatever. But yeah, I realized that I kind of made a promise to myself that I was gonna try to make a new song every month this year, and I did no work on music whatsoever in January. So yeah, I kind of had a wake up call today while listening to music. I just vibing out and stuff, and be like, bro, I really should like stick to be a man of my word sort of thing. You know, like I'm trying to take the Twitch streaming serious. I ain't trying to take the music as serious as I'm taking Twitch streaming, even though music is my first love. That makes sense. You know what I mean? So I've decided that I'm gonna start making headway on this album project of mine that I've been wanting to do for forever and a day. So kind of just to give you guys some backstory. I have first of all, I've been making music since I was 10 years old. So I've been into music for a very, very long time now. And I started recording music when I was about like 16, 17 years old. But I didn't start taking music seriously until I was maybe around 25-ish, there or thereabouts. Um, that's the time when I quit my job and tried to do music full time, and that did not work out. But you know, I've been trying to make music seriously for a while now, and in all that time, I've made mixtapes, but I've never made an album before. I've always kind of been waiting for the right time to make an album. But what I'm realizing, as time goes on and such, is that there is no such thing as the right time to make an album. You know, you kind of just have to like make it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm gonna be trying to make my album because frankly, it's been enough years already. It doesn't matter whether I am a big timer or I am small potatoes, but I need me an album and I need me an album soon. So hopefully, by the end of this year, I will have something that resembles an album, even if it's not fully finished, but will be like on the way to having that. You feel me? But it all starts from right here, right now. Decided that the 4th of February, 2026 is when I get started on the album. So let's just get right into it, bro. Let's just get right into it. So in terms of like the album ideas, I'll kind of walk you through what was how I kind of like imagined myself doing an album when I was younger. I don't fully remember the name of the album. Oh no, I do. I literally just remembered it. The name of the album that I was going to make when I was like younger was going to be called When I Rise, and I remember that it was going to be a whole thing about like my upcoming start in the music industry, basically, where it's like, okay, cool, I'm starting to gain some heat, I'm starting to gain some traction in my career, so now it's about stamping that and you know, documenting the rise in my music career. But in all honesty, that rise never came. And so, like, I had a whole idea of like the mixtapes I would release and stuff. So I had like, what was my first mixtape I ever made? The Beginning. I remember, and I split that into two parts. I can't even remember the name of the two parts. But there was the Beginning. There was Raps and Revision. There was Tough Times and Schoolyard Rhymes. Um, there was One Up, which was a game themed mixtape. There was Proving Grounds 1 and 2. And then Respect and Power. Respect and Power is my most recent mixtape, but I released that like 2020, thereabouts. Probably even before that, even. That's a good question, actually. When did I release Respect and Power? I think I have to go on SoundCloud to figure that out because that's where I uploaded it to. to. It's not on other places. And that's the thing with mixtapes as well. Because of the way that I was making the mixtapes back then, I was making them in such a way where the beats I was using, I couldn't use them. I couldn't like monetize them basically. So I wasn't meant to upload them to stream platforms. I don't know. I did kind of sort of with the rules of proving that I was doing. And technically, I should remove that from my streaming platform, but I'll worry about that later. With raps with respect and power, yeah, I put that out on I didn't put that out on streaming platforms. I only put it out on SoundCloud where I could like get away with using free beats or whatever. Because some of the songs that I was rapping on back in the day were like remixes and stuff. So I technically would like, you know, obviously I didn't have the rights to monetize that stuff, which is why I never ever got around to it. Let me check and see. Respect to Pop, do I even still have it uploaded? Checking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I released it in 2020. When in 2020 did I release it? That's a good question. Let me show you guys my screen as well so you guys can see what I'm seeing over here. Let's zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see a little bit better. But this is my mixtape here, Respect and Power. If any of you guys want to check it out, I'll actually put it in the chat for you guys. So you guys can listen to it if you want. So that's the link over there if you ever want to listen to this mixtape. Well, yeah, I made it in 2020. As it says, it was a mixtape made during quarantine. I remember I was in my I literally made the whole thing in my bedroom. Using the very mic that I'm recording on right now. I used this microphone to record this whole mixtape. Yeah, Brown Sugar Solid, I'm going to be making music today. Well, right now I'm planning out my album that I'm going to be working on. So hopefully we'll get around to actually trying to put some stuff together, even if it's just ideas at the moment. Because, you know, I'll get into it in a bit. But yeah, we're making an album today. So we're starting the process of making the album. I was just showing the last project that I worked on, which was this Respect and Power, which I linked in the chat just now. So if you want to listen to it, if you can. I need to upload some of these as well. Whoopsie doodle. But yeah, so I made this in lockdown, 2020, recorded it all in my bedroom, then sent it to my boy Nima G, who mixed and mastered it, which is the reason why it's sounding any sort of respectable. But yeah, man, that was the last project that I worked on, and since then I've just released singles. So Respect and Power is there to be listened to. But yeah, man, I've always told myself that I want to work on an album, but I just, you know, I'm not big enough to be working on an album. Also, I received some advice from an A&R when I was at Sappho Music, and they were saying that they would never recommend independent, small-time artists to make an album. They're like, bro, every song you make, release it as a single. There is no reason for you to be releasing albums. You know what I mean? Like, nobody does albums these days unless they're big time. Everyone is trying to get content out there, etc., etc. So single. Like, why would you release one big project with like 10, 12, 15, whatever songs? But that's like 10, 12, 15 individual releases that you can just be banging out, boom, every like 4 to 6 weeks or so. You know what I mean? That's the sort of thing. They were even saying maybe even every 2 weeks, bang out another single, boom. Because you kind of want to be feeding algorithms and stuff like that. So I kind of played into that a little bit when I'd spoken to this A&R and I was then trying to kind of just be of the mind of, oh yeah, drop singles. But through, I mean, some of you guys might know that I kind of sort of crashed out when it came to music and I like wanted to give up and stuff like that. But then after a couple of days, I think it was like weeks. Well, after a very short amount of time, I kind of like retracted my retirement and said that I would try to get back into music my own way, which thankfully I've done. So now I'm of the mind that like, bro, I'm gonna just release music the way I want to release music. I don't give two shits. So I'm not trying to feed an algorithm. I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to play into whatever BS is going on in the music industry these days. I'm just gonna have fun making music, doing my own thing, and if it's received well, then great, and if it's not, well, oh well. But yeah, man, I want to make an album. Now, I've already said that with regards to an album, I want to be working with proper producers on it. I don't want to be the guy who's making all the tracks myself. Simply because my skills are not good enough. Point blank period. So I'm not anticipating making any of the songs on here, but I'll definitely give it a shot. Like I'm not going to not try. You feel me? And furthermore, what I might end up doing is, fleshing out some bits that basically I then pass on to the producer and they really, really clean it up and whatever. Like I might just make the bones of it and then they will actually then go and produce it properly. You feel me? So that's probably the game plan that I'm gonna be. Wait, why is my voice like this? Don't slap me in the face. That's not concert. Let me just hear what I'm sounding like. Because I think I know what it is already. What am I sounding like? I can't even hear myself. What the hell? Oh, I do. That sounds crap. Okay. Jesus. Basically what it is my microphone messing up. So I need to switch it to a different microphone. It's this Yeti microphone, bro. It never works fucking properly. Anyway. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, I can just do this. All right, cool. So now I should be using my laptop microphone, which is not ideal, but let me just hear what that sounded like. Wait, what the hell? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, it's not live yet. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, it's not live yet. All right, 2 seconds. Because I don't know if I like how that sounds. One sec. Alright, cool. Now you should be able to hear me and I should sound kind of sort of decent. Let me just double check on my stream as well. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, that sounds cool. Alrighty then. So I need to think of how to go about things right now because basically I had to go back to using my webcam, which I'd intentionally unplugged so that I could use my MIDI keyboard for producing. But I don't have enough slots on my laptop, basically, which is annoying. What happened, bro? I don't know why this happens, but sometimes my Yeti microphone will suddenly just glitch out, and then it will have just it will just sound weird. I don't understand why it happens, but it's happened so many times now. And what I normally have to do is uninstall it and then reinstall it onto my laptop, and then yeah, it will then start working again. So that is now put a little bit of a pin in the works when it comes to how I want to produce, because usually I want to be able to use my my MIDI keyboard for producing. But whatever, we'll figure it out. You're saying got to buy extra slots. The thing is, I already have a USB hub, so and that's got 7 slots in it already. But I can't use every single one of them. Like the last ones that are on this, and I want to be careful of touching it just so I don't mess up anything. It's a USB-C and and another USB-C. Actually, you know what? I've just had an idea. This maybe might be crazy enough to work. Hold up. Yeah, like an extender. But basically, right, I've got another one that I use specifically for streaming my phone games from. But I think what I'm about to do might just work. Hold up a second. This is so long and convoluted, oh my days. If you want to talk about flipping cowboy builder solutions, bruv, this is it right here. Oops, kind of just accidentally switched off my light. Probably messing up my Elgato. Alright, that's back on. This, ooh, I think this might work, you know. Hold up. Yes. Alright, cool, sweet, we're in there.
Lovely stuff. Basically, what I had to do is I've got two extenders, but I use one exclusively for playing video games on my phone. So whenever I'm streaming on my phone, what I'll do is how do I explain this, man? It's so fucking long. I've got the USB hub, which is plugged into a HDMI cable, which is plugged into my HDMI splitter, which is plugged into my Elgato. And that is how I'm able to stream games from my phone when I'm playing. So what I've done is I've just unplugged it from the HDMI and just put it into the USB slot of my other hub, which already has all my other shit plugged into it. And then I've been able to plug my keyboard into that, so now I can use my keyboard. It's very long, it's very complicated. Just know that it works, and I'm happy. So we'll just take that. Not an ideal situation, but whatever. Which means that I can go back to my old webcam as well, actually. So, oh, that's frozen. Let's reactivate it, shall we? Deactivate, reactivate. There we go. Focus. Yeah, so I can still use this webcam. Wonderful. Because that other webcam, frankly, is not it. Which means that when I go to this screen as well, that means I can turn this one off, turn this on. Boom, baby. Yeah. All right, cool, sweet. We've got the webcams back and active. So I can use my normal webcams, which are, frankly, better quality. Let me point that down just a touch, just a scotch. You know what I mean? Not that it really matters because we're about to switch screens anyway, but yeah, sweet. Hold on a shit. I want to more that way, twist it a little more that way, level it a bit. Yeah, I'm hoping that didn't fuck up your ears too much, people, because I know that we use a NAT microphone now on the webcam. But yeah, anyway, enough BSing and chatting nonsense or whatever. Yeah, I want to make an album. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about basically my old project, which was Respect and Power. Now, when I wanted to make an album, I wanted to call it When I Rise, but like I said earlier, my rise never came. So, we're definitely gonna have to rethink the name of the album. So, one of the names that I've been messing around with in my head for a while is Olympus. Like, I want to call my album Olympus, but I don't know if I want to call my first album Olympus. You know what I mean? And also, I'm not sure if I like the connotations of Olympus, but I want it to symbolize. But the reason I'm thinking Olympus is just, that heroic rise to, I don't want to say godliness per se, but just power, and just show that, like, bruh, this is a whole different level above Earth. Like, this is above your normal average hip hop, essentially. That's kind of what I was thinking of while I was thinking of calling it Olympus. But I don't know, man. I'm not good with names. That's the problem. I'm really not good with names. I mean, shit, my rapping name is AD. Like, how basic can you get? So I'm not good at naming stuff. But maybe Olympus might run. Or maybe I should just call it Project Olympus for the time being, and then whenever I come up with an actual name, that's when I'll switch to it. Yeah, I'll probably do that, actually. I kind of like the idea of that. Treat it like, you know how when they're making, like, video games or video game consoles, they'll give them a nickname like Project Scorpio or Project whatever. Like, I think I'll call this one Project Olympus. So all right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna call the album Project Olympus until we actually come up with a better name for it. And shit, maybe I might like the name so much that it'll end up releasing as Project Olympus. So cool. All right, how many tracks should we have on the album? I know that I definitely want at least 10. Historically, when it comes to my mixtapes, I usually release anywhere between like 12 and 20, something like that. My mixtapes, I used to release a lot of songs on my mixtapes. This last mixtape had 11 songs on it, actually, so let's call it between 11 and whatever. So yeah, I definitely want to have at least 10 songs. What do you guys think is a good number for songs on an album? Well, I'm thinking something like a cool 12 to 15 is whereabouts we want to be. So I think I'm gonna do, yeah, maybe something like that. 12 to 15 songs on the album. You say not the best to ask? What, you don't listen to music, bro? Also, I'm gonna be sipping while I do this stream because, frankly, I feel that's gonna help me with my creativity. Don't they record over 30? Yeah, so I mean, it does depend on the artist at the end of the day. But I will say that that's kind of for artists who have the luxury of being able to do that. They'll basically record a fuck ton of songs. You know what I mean? They'll get in to the studio, record a bunch of music over a lengthy period of time as well. They don't do it in just like a week or something. They'll spend months and months, maybe years, recording songs, and out of all of the songs that they record, they'll pick and choose the best ones and whack them into a project and then release those. So there's basically a chopping room floor that they have. But me, as somebody who works full time and frankly does not work on my music as often as I should, I don't think I'll have the liberty of being able to work on my music like that. You know, like be able to make a whole 30 whatever songs, especially if the quality that I'm looking to make these songs is, you know, professional studio quality. I am gonna have to get in the studio, and that's gonna cost money. So that process of making a whole bunch of songs that I'm then gonna end up like chopping a few and whatever, it's gonna cost me too much. So yeah, I need to kind of nail down how many I'm making off rip and then kind of commit to that. I just found out that they record over 20 for an album and release a few. Yeah, that's basically what they do. You know what I mean? But like I said, for me, not so viable an option, especially if I'm making them from scratch as well, which is what I'm aiming to do. So I don't want to buy any beats. You know, I don't want to buy any beats from like BeatStars or anything like that. I want it that every single song on the album is custom made specifically for me. I actually have a producer in mind for this project. His name is Arcane. He's the guy I worked on for my last technically 2 songs, but you guys ain't heard one of them yet. I might even include that song on the album actually. The song that I've already got out at the moment, I'm on one. Because I just fucking love that song, bro. I think that's worthy of an album. That's worthy of being a single on the album, in my opinion. So, maybe I'll include that song on the album. But, yeah, man. I want him to do my whole album because Lil Bro is so talented. And I think that me and him have extremely good chemistry. So, yeah, like, I would ideally like to be able to get in the studio with him and get that done. You're hearing extra noise. It's probably my WhatsApp popping up in the background because people are sending messages and stuff. Hold on, let me even mute it. Let me just mute the chat for a sec. So we're not getting those notifications. Can I just mute all my notifications back? I don't want to log out of the app. Let me see. Notifications. Okay, let me turn it off for now. Or turn off the sound at least. There we go. I'll turn off the sound. Cool. So that should be okay now. Wait, it's fuzzy. What? What's going on with my stream, bro? Let me hear what. Let me go back on my stream and see what's popping. My stream don't want me to be great, clearly. My stream don't want me to be great, clearly. What is that? I'm just gonna unplug it and replug it. One sec. Right, that's sounding better, right? That's sounding better, right? Fuck knows what's going on with my stream, man. Honestly, I don't normally have problems like this as well. That's the thing that's really annoying me right now. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out at some point. Or I'm just gonna have to buy new shit. Because, yeah, this is annoying. Anyway. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? I was saying something about, oh yeah, about just making the music stuff. I want to get Arcane to make the tracks for me. I've expressed that to him as well. So at some point, ideally, I want him to work with me and stuff. And yeah, I think I also said that I'm going to be drinking this session. So Yeah, let's get the creative juices flowing. That right there is soju. Which flavor is it? Ooh, grapefruit. I thought I had chamomile left. I got grapefruit and peach. Gat type shit. That means I'm. Oh yeah, we're so sorted. We are so sorted. Anyway, let's go over here. So, for anybody who don't know, this is FL Studio, which is like producing software where I can do all sorts of beat thingies. Now, I don't know the best way to go about this in all honesty because I could have the music play on the desktop so you guys can hear it better, like this. But I'm aware of the fact that you guys can hear it on my microphone as well. And I think it might be creating a double audio sort of thing. So, once again, let me monitor my stream just to hear what it kind of sounds like. Yeah. Nah, you say it sounds fine. I can hear the double. I can hear the beat going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a lag happening between obviously when you guys are hearing it through the desktop and then when you're hearing it through the mic. You know what I mean? Because if I was to play any one of my beats, like this one, right? Listen. Did you hear that? I don't even have to listen to the stream to know that. It must sound crazy to you right now. Yeah, horrible. So cool. I think because the thing is, the best way for me to do this would be to wear headphones, but Lord knows how that's going to complicate my whole setup. And also, I don't have that. I don't have the greatest headphones to be able to use. Hold up. Let's see if I can use my gaming headphones. The joys of being a flipping streamer. One thing they don't tell you about being a streamer is that flipping, like, there's just so many bloody cables, bro. You have to damn near be an expert in tech for you to be able to be a streamer. They don't tell you this shit. Let's hope that this actually works. Which one is my headphone input? This. Let me also make sure I don't blow my own ears off, but let me see if this actually works. Okay, cool. I don't know how I'll do this. Probably less than that. Okay, yeah, I think that works. I think the only other problem that could exist is basically if I'm like rapping along to a beat or whatever, you guys are gonna hear it out of time because the beat will be playing through the laptop or whatever, just fine, like through the desktop app. But my voice is gonna be a little bit delayed behind it, so you guys ain't gonna hear it properly. I wonder how people do this, man. I'm gonna have to watch other people's streams and see how they do this stuff and how they like get their shit set up. But problems for another time, man. Honestly. In any case, we need to come up with just ideas for a mixtape. So let's do something. Let's do something. One of the tracks that I've been listening to and really, really fucking with recently is T.I.'s new song, Let 'Em Know. So I was thinking of, something kind of like that. Why is it 808? Okay, so that would be like a... course, it'll go with a 94. You see? No, right there. And we're gonna change out the claps because obviously I don't like those claps. Alright, hold up. The kick is trash. Where's the beats that? Oh, yeah, I know what I want to look for. 30-party pack. Wait, was it third party? No, Splice. Splice samples packs. Where's the? What's it called? Drums that knock, right? I think that's what it was called. Drums that knock. Let's see volume 9 and see what kind of drums they got. No, not loops. One shots, kicks. I kind of like the little ting that's on the end of that. You know what? Hold on. Let me change the clap. Kind of getting towards the sort of place that I want to be at, but maybe it's not 9 that I want. Let me try 8. Let me see what kind of kicks they got here. Oh, not kicks, sorry, claps. Ooh, what's this gonna sound like? Nah, not quite. I'm not mad at this though. Oh, there's drums that knock 10, isn't there? Drums, kicks. No, sorry, not kicks. Percussion. Laptop's just frozen. Uh-oh. Wait, what the hell? Bro, what the helly? Okay, cool. Laptop froze for a second. Stream is still going though. Okay, cool. That was scary. Jeez Louise, that's got such a long sustain on there. Yo, Will, what's good, man? Welcome to the broadcast. How you doing? Just working on some new music at the moment for the album. Ugh, that sounds crazy, fam. thing is, I've never used 808s and I've never understood how to use an 808. Because an 808 is obviously, drum sound, but it can also double as an instrument sort of thing, but I've never actually understood how to use 808s. Maybe I should jump on YouTube and figure out how to use an 808. But yeah, man, I'm not doing too bad. Just, I'm trying to get back in the, I'm trying to get into the, what's it called? The rhythm of, making music again, because I've not done it in so long. So yeah. Anyway, I like Simon Savida, so I've watched his video before, but I don't remember what was said in it clearly. So I probably should go back to it, rewatch it, whatever. But I don't really know anything about 808s. All right, let me see this Bridget and see what he says about 808s.
Everything you need to know about 808s. So
oh wait, cool. Also, Napola Swear? Is that how you say your name? I don't know, but Napola Swear, thank you very much for following. Appreciate you for that. How you doing this wonderful Wednesday? You good? Oh, this dude's doing it on FL Studio as well. That's what's up. All right, cool. But let me see what he's saying.
Is tuned to C. And so in order to do that, just look at your 808, right click, go to edit and pitch corrector. Boom, it's tuned to C. Another option you can use is go to this website called
Wait, hold up.
TuneBank.
Because I see your thing got your thing is held for spam potentially. You're an Italian rapper. Your first video clip is coming out tomorrow. Do I want to see it? I'll be honest. No, not really. But hey, man, I'm not a hater. So drop your thing in the drop your link in the comments or whatever. We'll take a look at it. But I'm gonna give you fair warning. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. So yeah. But yeah, no, bro, drop it in the comments, man. Drop it in the comments. Because I'm, like I said, I'm not a hater. I want to see what you're about. Because for all I know, you might be a really cold rapper. So let's check you out, bro. And no worries, bro. You do what you got to do, bro.
That, and you just drag and drop your sample in. Because it says C.
Wait, hold up. What? What's this guy doing?
Now in the event it said, like for example, D, then all you need to do is go to this little wrench tool right here, and then just click on D.
Like I said, I'm just trying to learn about an 808 and how to like
the biggest reason people
do 808s.
Is first you need to go in and let's say you're just using a sample, for example. You just want to go in, pull up an EQ and cut out about 200 hertz. And the reason you want to do this is because that's where like the bulk of the 808 is going to be sitting, and you don't want anything competing with it. That's why you cut that out of your other more melodic instruments like pianos, synths, etc. And the next essential thing, make sure your melodies,
not that I'm gonna do it,
stuff
but
like that,
whatever,
not playing too loud. And just by it being a lot quieter than the 808s, the 808 is going to hit a lot harder. Alright, so now let's talk 808 placements. If you had chords, for example, you most likely want to put your 808s on the same notes as the bottom note within your chord, and if that didn't sound good, you just kind of want to work with other notes within that chord. Now let's say you use a sample, and one of the hardest parts of using a sample is actually figuring out where to put your 808s. If you're not sure the key,
I'm just gonna say this isn't the tutorial I thought it would be.
And for the sample I'm using right
if
here,
I was making a tutorial on 808s, I would do it a whole bunch different.
Minor. So I'll just put my first note on G sharp, and all the drums I'm going to be using here today are from my new drum kit demo. So if you enjoy these 808 sounds, definitely check it out. And then if I listen here, I know it doesn't change till down here, so I know that I can put some other notes right here as well. Now next, I notice that there is a note change right here. And right there. And so what I'm going to do is just try out different chords that are in the scale of A flat minor. But one thing you can also do is if you go to your actual sample and you go to just the part you chopped up.
Bruv, you know what? I get it. Like, he's like, it's basically another instrument. That's all he's really saying at the end of the day. Oh, I think that is so cold. Right, hold up, sir. You know what? Let me just get stuff done the way I like it. You heard? What? So it'll be something like that, right? Let's just make a 4-bar loop. So and then pattern 3, I guess it'd be 808. Ooh, that's high. That's all clashing a lot. Obviously because of the whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. Fuck's sake, because now I've changed. Why does that not sound too bad though? Oh yeah, hold up. But that's not what I want to do though. So I need to get that kick back that I had just a second ago. Where is it? Because I think, what's like the history thing? I can't remember. It used to be. Oh, there we go. Kick. What's the kick that I just used? There we go. That one. What I want to do is I wanted to replace this 808 with that. So. I don't know if I like that quite. Alright, let's go back to the 808s and see if there's something else. Ugh, they're so crazy. You send it on Discord. Oh damn, yo. Hold up. Discord. So what? Like you sent it to my messages on Discord? Because I ain't got no new messages on Discord. I'm looking at it right now. I ain't got no new messages on Discord. Unless you join my server. Did you join my server? I don't know which Discord you sent it to, but it don't look like it was mine, my boy. Like, I don't see it on Discord. Oh, you want to send it on Discord? No, yeah, you can send it on this. Look, bro, send it on Discord or send it in this chat, bro. I'm not fussed either way. Whatever works best for you, man. But you can put links in this chat if you want to. It's probably better. It's probably easier that way. Eight oh eights are such a nice sound, but boy, you got to do them right. Thing is, like I said, I've never used 808, so I don't know how to do them properly. What sort of stuff is over here? I have inspiration. I need to paste this up. But then I don't think that's the right. I think that would actually be a synth that I need rather than an 808. So, because it doesn't even say it in there, it's like a melodic dark vintage synth. So, let's see in the generators. Wait, that's presets. I want database generators. Synth classic. Should I use Flex? Let's see if Flex has any sort of like. No. But can I take down? It doesn't look like it can. Not on the side. Oh wait, yeah. Hold up. Reverb. No, it's not the reverb that's the problem. I think it's the delay. So turn down the feedback on it. Okay, hold on. Maybe not. All right, let's just record that in just so we have something to work with at the end of the day. Let's also rename this to synth because I don't think I'll be using that 808 in this. All right, let's see what we can do with this then. Lots of automation. Whoops, get rid of that. Boom, quantize it. Take the record off. Let's see what it sounds like. Now we need some bass in it. Now the bass that I normally go to is done in Citrus. Just something simple like that. You know what? I might just do that. All right, cool. Fuck it. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. So, pattern 4. I'm gonna call it bass. Whoa, hold up. I don't know what I just tried to do. All right, let's try this again. That's not quite what I wanted to do. So let's try it again. Whoopsie doodle. Didn't mean to take that out, but let's try it again. Ah, it's yeah. That's what I want. So, I think I accidentally pressed note at the same time over there. Get rid of that. It's definitely not that I wanted. Bone quantize, even though that's going to sound. That's going to need to be short right now. Alright. There we go. That was so loud over there. That kind of swings a little bit. I like that. I like that. I like that already. Turn it down just a little bit. Also, is the first hit a bit too loud, baby? Turn it down a little bit. So that's like a little shaker in there. Either a shaker or a hi-hat, I'm not sure. Ooh, I think that might work actually. Now the trap I'm trying not to fall in right now is making it sound a bit too much like one of my other songs called Great, because I'm using the same key as Great, and I can hear how I could go into it, because that's the song that I produced. That's how I could go into it, basically. I'm not trying to do that. What the hell does that sound? Anyway. What the hell is it? Ooh, I like that. I'm kind of thinking of something that kind of comes in like a something like that. But I don't really know what that would be. If I just go on, let me just bring up another citrus. I also got to be careful of like what I have sounds for, what I don't, because I've not actually been keeping track. Alright, that's the bass. That's the strike. That's the brush. I know I've got all those. Am I using this? Decap synth dot. No, I'm not using that. So I can take that out. Funky electric. No, I'm not using this either. Right? I'm not using this, am I? Wait, hold up. What is this? Oh no, I'm not using that. What the hell is this flex bass? I'm not using this. So we'll get rid of that. Deep I'm using. This, I don't even know what the hell that is, so get rid of that. Just trying to like confuse myself with shit right now. So funky electric. Yeah, that's what I've got as the melody, beast, whatever we call it. That's the synth. And then deep is the bass that I've got there. Cool, sweet. All right, now I've got track of like everything that I'm using. So a whacking citrus. Oh, I'm putting in the wrong thing. I'm putting in a picture. I'm meant to put an actual plugin. There we go. So I don't even know what sound I'm looking for. I guess a pad. Let me just. Okay, that's definitely not a good pad to use. Why did I choose pad of all things? I could have chosen yeah, even string. So it'd be like a. It'd be something like that, but not this. Definitely not this sound. But but maybe a string is actually what I'm looking for. I'll play it in and see what it's like. But I'm not sure what sound it is I'm looking for exactly. But we'll try it with the cello at the very least and see what it's saying. Also, well, I don't want to get rid of it completely, but okay. It's gonna be weird, but fuck it, we'll. Oh, meant to go back up, wasn't I? So then let's quantize that. And then let's just look for a different sound that kind of fits that. So where are we right now? Digi. These are still considered string? Oh, they're synth strings though. The thing is, this sound over here, numb. I feel that needs to be like a. Sound like that, right? I don't know. Anyway, That's enough of me playing around with that. Let's try and find what this sound is meant to be. Ooh. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I kind of like the sound of that. What's the chat saying, man? Chat, what do you guys think so far of what's going on over here? Because as you can tell, I'm pretty much spitballing it on the fly. Like I don't have a definitive idea of what it is I'm trying to do, but it's something that I know that if I was to rap on it, I could definitely rap on it. You know, so yeah. But what's the verdict from the chat saying so far? Let me take a little more of a sippy sip of soju. I'm trying to be soju sipping tonight. I'm not trying to get too turned up, but at the same time, alcohol helps the creativity process a little bit. Thing is, normally when I write music, well, definitely when I'm writing music, not so much when I produce music. Bearing in mind that obviously my producing chops are very, very basic at the moment. But when it comes to writing music, I don't normally drink. Very, very rarely will I drink when I'm writing lyrics. But every now and again I do. And some of the songs that I've made have been off the back of the drink, and they've kind of come out pretty fire, if I do say so myself. So I'm not opposed to a little sippy sip every now and again. But I think for me, how I've not spent a long time making music, I just want any and every advantage I can take hold of, that I want to take hold of anyway, to get me back in a creative space, in a creative mood. Also, fear is making me want to. Oh dang! I got a new follower. X274. Wait, how the fuck? Wait, XT7T4 Nick. How does someone say your name, bruh? Like, I don't even know how to. I would possibly. I'm just gonna call you Nick. Oh, Titanic? There we go. Alright, now it's making sense. Titanic, what's good? Thank you for following. What's good? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's good? And thank you for following. Appreciate that. You're from Poland? That's what's up. Shout out Poland. I just want to check my stream real quick just to make sure that. Okay, cool, sweet. Because my microphone was messing up earlier on, so I was just like, ugh. So in Poland, Titanic is Titanic. Am I saying it right? Titanic? Is that how you'd say it in Poland? But hey, well, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast, though. Well, what brings you over here, man? What's popping with you? Are you also a rapper like somebody else who came in the stream earlier? I don't even know if that Bridget is still here. What's Napola Swear? Like, you still in the stream, bro? Because I know you were meant to send me your video of you, like your first clip as a rapper or something like that. So I was waiting to receive something about that, but I don't think I ever got it. I didn't get a message on. Yeah, I didn't get a message on Discord. I don't think you joined the server, did you? Let me see. Unless your name is Tessio. Oh nah, the Tessio jumped in and jumped out of the server real quick, so I don't even know if this person flipping dropped it on there, but whatever. Okay, cool. So you're an artist as well. That's what's up. That's what's up. And you've been rapping for 8 years. That's what's up, bro. Nice. You got any music out at the moment? Have you? I mean, I'm assuming if you've been rapping for 8 years, that you got something out there, right? Something on Spotify or SoundCloud, something like that. I wonder if this is the play that some people do on Twitch. Like you'll check out if there's any producers or something on stream, and then like try to shout at them to be like, hey yo, you and I should collab type shit. Maybe that's a new trick that I should use. Cause me, I'm a rapper as well. Like I'm not a producer. I'm learning how to produce right now. And I have produced one of my songs before, but I'm a rapper predominantly. So do not expect any sort of like Timbaland-esque production over here, bro. It's not happening. But you're on Spotify and it's and you rap in Polish. That's what's up. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not trying to get like copyright strikes or nothing like that in stream, so I don't know if I could be listening to it in stream, but might just have to check you out, man. Might just have to check you out and just see what's popping with you, because why not, innit? Let's see. How do I spell this? T7T4NRK. Started making beats 2 months ago too. Okay, so you're quite new to the thing as well. And look, man, you got more listeners than me and you got more streams than me, so you're definitely doing something right. Let's alright, you tell me, man, which one of these songs should I listen to? You tell me, so I can hear stuff. Like, I don't need to understand it. As long as it's got like a cool vibe or whatever, like, I'm down for it, you know what I mean? So you tell me which one of these songs should I listen to. And then yeah, man, let's see what you got. But that's what's up though, that you started producing, man. Me, I started learning how to produce like a couple years ago, but I've only released one song. Alright, cool. We'll do this then. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but let's listen to it a little bit and see what it's saying.
Nie gadam z kurwami, matma się przydała, wiem, że plus minusem i tak daje minus. Co kurwa zajmuje im lata, koło chuja lata, bo mi to zajmie parę minut. Oni na szóstce, ja na luzie beki, tak jak wyprzedzą to nie fura, tylko skilliszu. Patrz moją przewózkę, patrz na moją buźkę, bo w lustrze nie zobaczysz króla młodziku. To odrodzenie, to narodziny, kurwa to mój teren. Nic nie jest tym tani, nie kupisz, bo to jest bezcenne. Sukują z nas złą cenę, I'm ale fake'em. Już wiem, that's my flow, okay. Yes, and I've made refresh, okay, Chcę wszystko, mogę wszystko, daj wszystko co możesz dać. Lubię w kurwę, łatwy hajs, gotówka poprawę. Wiem, że nienawidzą, żeby zajebali, lecz w ekipie każdy kurwa solidarny. Więc spróbuj zabić mnie.
I like that little bit over there. That was cold. I like that. How do you even say the name of this song, bro? Because it's just punctuation. How does someone say the name of this song? If I'm like, yo, man, I want you guys to check out this artist, man. His name is Titanic, man. One of these songs he's got is called exclamation mark, question mark. I don't know how to say the name of this song, bro. But yeah, nah, it's not too bad, man. It's not too bad. Let me check out a different one. Just to see what the overall vibe is like.
Co mi jedna sztuka, zawsze biorę dwie. Suko szare, gram Cherokee, a nie AMG. Ślizgam się zimno, jest chuj, wszędzie jest ból. Wszystko mam, wiesz co dam, wiesz co mogę dać ci, wiesz co chcesz. Biorę długi, rosty, to nie pierwszy deszcz. Wierzysz to na rozbiegać, jest jeszcze przed. Rzucam się, zbieram punkt, a nie trafiam w net. Robię do zera, nie mówię, nigdy nie wbiłeś mnie w set. Daleko za wami.
Okay, let me just check this one as well, because you said this as well.
Nie wiem co powiedzieć, robię to dla siebie. Odnalazłem siebie w sobie, nie skończymy w niebie. Wiem, że chuj krzywdzę się tym, czym się leczę. Chuj w to jak jest tak naprawdę, ważne, że czuję się lepiej. Żyję tak kolejny rok, błąd co rok, to ostatni raz. Zawsze do przodu, już nie czuję strachu. Pierdolę mnie
wasn't expecting this up tempo vibe, but it's not bad. Cool. I get the general idea. Okay, cool. I got an idea of your vibe, man. It's not bad. It's not the type of music I would listen to, but it's not bad, man. You know, not too shabby at all, man. It's kind of got like that melodic, you know what I mean, like that. It's that melodic. Oh, you saying wait for the drop? Let's see what this drop is. But like that melodic, distorted sort of thing going on, like I get it. Yeah, it's the sort of drop I thought it'd be. Yeah, I get the idea, man. Like I said, it's not really the type of music that I listen to, but I listen to like American style hip hop. You feel me? Send me the beat I made today. Well, if it's anything like this, it's not something I would rap on. You feel me? So I will respectfully decline. Like to give you an idea of the way I rap, like this is what I sound like. This is the most recent song that I dropped. Dropped this a few months ago, back in September.
It's all Kane on the beat, and your boy AD. What it is, what it do. Gotta move, gotta groove. So listen, underrated, I'm underpaid, and I'm undisputed. Local confessor, hip hop professor, yet I'm still a student. Without a clue about this music, but in my element, I'm running through it like I'm Blue Lightning, got Tommy T and whoa. I do the goodest and gooder. I'm cheesing harder than Gouda. I'm slapping harder than paddles against the belly of Buddha. If I got any rooted, then I be killing like Kruger. You wanna hear a Kuruma? It's a shame how they hate on me. Press my buttons, but they can't get to play with me. Gotta love it how they say that they rock with me. But forever it's a pain that they playing on my name. Motherfucker, get on and get with it. Paid on my business. I hate to let a hater be great as my critic. Made of my giving, no shades of my cynics. But this is my time to shine so bad. Witness, I'm on one. I'm on the ones and the twos. I'm the gray and the goose. I'm the gin and the juice. I'm on one. I'm the vibes and the muse. I'm the win, not the lose. Never tired, always loose. I'm on one. I'm the choice, gotta choose. I'm the rhythm and the blues. I'm the tie and the suit. I'm on one. Say nothing but a word. Just a brother putting work. Motherfucker, I'm on one.
So yeah, that's what I sound like, you know what I mean? So it's quite different to your music, you know? But anyway, you say a beat to listen to because I made it today. Don't feel it sounds like if I was making beats 2 months. Oh, okay, so you think that you got a beat that like you're saying that the beat that you got sounds cold. But shit, man. Well, alright, you gotta tell me, man, how, like, describe the sound of the beat that it is that you made. You know what I mean? You tell me what you think your beat sounds like. And what you're saying, you like my track? Well, thank you. And you said that deserves more. What, you mean like more views or something like that? Because, I mean, yeah. Man, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just chilling. I don't promote myself for anything like that. So it's no wonder that I don't have many streams. But, yeah, it's there. I had fun making it. It was a dope track. I had fun. It was cool being in the studio with the producer when I made that. And I'm looking to be in the studio with him more. But I got to get the money for that first. Because I don't want to say I'm broke. But especially after buying this new car. Yeah, my money is... you don't know how to describe it? You don't know how to describe the beat? Damn. All right, well, I mean, is it up-tempo? Is it slow? Like, you know, is it slow? Is it fast? Is it hype? Is it chill? You know, loud, quiet, you know, like those sorts of things. And you're saying more everything. It has crazy 808s. Oh, like the beat that you got? Because I was going to say the song that I'm on, like, it's got 808s, but I won't say the crazy 808s. But kind of. Alright, but your song has crazy 808s. Interesting. Bruv, do you know what? 158 BPM. That's fast, bro. What the hell? That's a fast ass track. 158 BPMs with 808, with crazy 808s. bro, I'm scared for this track, bro. What's this track meant to sound like? Holy. By the way, Titanic, if you want to listen to my song, the link just came up in the chat over there. So that share.amuse.io, that's that song right there. So if you want to get that in your playlist, then go ahead and add that up. That'd mean a lot to me if you could. All right, so the BPM is 136. Okay. I mean, that's still kind of fast though, but okay. So it's got crazy 808s, 136 BPM. I mean, shit, look, you're a rapper as well, right? So if you were to be on that track, what type of mood are you going for? You know, are you going for like aggressive? Are you doing like uplifting? Is it meant to be like a gym song? Is it meant to be like inspirational, a diss track, just straight spitting? Like, what is it that you trying to do with it? You know, like if you were gonna be the artist on that beat, what would you try to do? And I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking you these questions. The reason why I'm asking you these questions, right, is because as an artist, when people are like asking you about your music, or you're trying to pitch your music to, let's say, the radio or a record label, or just, you know what I mean, but you're just trying to like sell your music, you want to be able to paint a picture for people with the words and then let the music do the talking, you know? This is lessons that I've learned from like actual, you know, record execs, A&Rs, producers, managers, all that sort of stuff, right? So that's like, this is an exercise in doing that. You feel me? So it's annoying. I hate doing it myself because sometimes I don't know how to describe my own music. I'm like, bro, the shit's fire. Like, that's what I want to say. I'm like, bro, it's fire. But that's not enough. You know what I mean? Fire in what way? You know, is it fire as in it gets you hyped? Is it fire because it makes you cry? Is it fire because it's inspirational? Is it fire because the instrumentation is crazy? Like, what does fire mean? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of pushing you to describe what the song is like. You feel me? Something where I could show off my artistic soul at the beginning and then come in with a bang and a ride. Interesting. Now we're getting somewhere with the description. That's something that piques curiosity, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, I want to try to see what that sounds like. All right, cool, man. Well, I would say the best way to share that beat is if you send it to me on Discord. So if you join my Discord server, or if you just message me on Discord and send it to me in a DM, then I can check it out over there. That's probably the best way to do it, I'd say. But yeah, man, feel free to send that beat over, bro. Now I'll give it a check at some point. But yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, your music ain't bad, bro. It's not my style of music. It's not what I would listen to in my own playlist, but it's good music, man. I appreciate it. So keep on with it, man. So you said that you've been rapping for 8 years now, right? So you've been rapping for 8 years. You just started producing recently. What are you trying to do with music, man? Do you just do it for fun? Are you trying to be famous with it? Like, what's the game plan with it in terms of stuff? Cause me, I used to want to be famous, man, but clearly I'm not famous. So I'm not saying I've given up on that, but my priorities changed when it came to music. So I'm now just having fun. So in 2026, 9 years, you're 17, by the way. Yeah, I thought that you were a young guy looking from at your picture on your profile. So you started rapping around the same age I did, because I was 10 years old when I started rapping, but I'm 33 now, so I'm way older than you, bro. I'm way past you when it comes to this rap shit. Yeah, very big background in Poland, still grinding before I go main because I have contacts. Okay, that's what's up, man. So if you've got a network behind you, then that's going to help a lot. So good luck. Good luck with it, man. Hopefully that it works out for you properly and stuff. But just make sure that you're protected in all the things that you're doing, because the last thing you want to do is get involved with people that, you know, take advantage of you, whatever and stuff. So yeah, man. And he said many people from Maine are curious about me. All right, cool. Well, you gotta make sure that you show them what's good, boy. You gotta make sure that you show them what's good. Show them all the skills. All right, let me ask you this, Titanic. Yeah. What kind of now? Don't send it in community chat. Send it in the music studio. So if you what's it called? if you go to the welcome and rules page and then react to that message just over there with all the list of stuff, and you react with like like headphones, I think it is, or a microphone, something like that. But if you react to that message, basically, that'll get you access to the music studio, and then you could drop it in there. That'll be the best way to do it, I'd say. Yes, a microphone. So just click on the microphone reaction, and then you can join the music lounge, and then in the music lounge you can send the track over there. And hopefully, as long as the track file as well is not too big, you know what I mean, I'll listen to it then. I'm surprised you can't send me a DM though, man. Maybe I got my settings set a certain way, man. I'll have to figure that out later. Man, I was meant to be working on my album, bro. Now I'm just trying to find out about Titanic. But hey, shit, I like this, man. This is music networking at the end of the day, man. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, what was I asking? I was saying, yeah, I can't remember what I was asking you, because I was asking you about, you know, what you want to do in music stuff, that you trying to be big, because you got a network. But yes, this is what I want to ask you. Yeah, what type of rapper would you describe yourself as? You know what I mean? Like, would you say that you're a lyricist, for example? So you're really about the bars, or would you say that you're more about the vibes? Would you say that you're about the music, you know, like you're trying to make music, just like really good sounding music that touches the soul or something like that, you know? Or would you say that you are like a pioneer in music, where you're trying to take hip hop in a different direction? Like, you know, how would you describe yourself when it comes to music? Because if I was to describe myself as a rapper, I say that I'm reminiscent of the early 2000s hip hop, right? I'm that feel good music that you whack on and you just try to catch a good vibe and stuff. But at the same time, when it's time to get into actual lyricism and the intricacies of flow and delivery, that I'm also a very solid, I'm a very serious flow master. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say necessarily that my bars are the craziest. Like, I wouldn't say that they make you think like crazy. Well, I do have a nice bar every now and again, but my flow is really what carries me. You know, I flow like a monster. So that's what I would describe myself as. You say, I think I'm a great lyricist and I make fire sounds. That's what's up. All right, cool. I get the vibe. And I would say that, I mean, look, I obviously don't understand your lyrics because, you know, they're in Polish. But I would say, at least with the fire sounds part, I get that, because the musicality of your music, like I can hear where that sound is coming from, you know what I mean? So I can agree with that part at the very least. One guy tattooed your verse? Damn! That's gotta be a good feeling, man, that someone tattooed your lyrics. Shit. Wait, okay, so what was the verse? You're gonna have to obviously translate it for me so that I understand, but what was the verse that the guy tattooed? That's crazy. Fair play, man. I'm trying to think of some of my best bars, but I can't lie, some of the songs that I do, I don't even remember like, I will listen back to it. I'll be like, oh shit, I wrote that? God damn. Like, some of my lyrics surprise even me after I've not listened to them for a while. Like, one of the lyrics that I did was like it was a Dragon Ball Z bar. And I was just super proud of it that I still remember it to this day. So it's like, pray for him. I go hard like Gohan. I go through like Goku. I go in like Gotenks. Oh, damn, what was it? Shit, I don't remember it properly. All right, hold on. I know exactly where I can find the song. So let me jump on YouTube real quick and bring this song up. Pray for him. I go hard like Gohan. I go through like Goku. I go in like Gotenks with no sense like Gotenks. My ether, Gogeta. I trump all these trumps like I'm Trunks. I be cheating. That's it. I just need to get back into it. All right, cool. So, pray for him. I go hard like Gohan. I go through like Goku. I go in like Gotenks with no sense like... Wait, I go in like Goten. That's what it was. Pray for him. I go hard like Gohan. I go in like... Wait, pray for him. I go hard, I go in, I go through like Goku, I go in like Goten, with no sense like Gotenks, my ether, Gogeta, I trump all these trumps like I'm Trunks, I be cheating. Yeah, that was the bar. And I was like, yeah, I fucked with that. I'm so proud I wrote that. That was literally, I want to introduce myself, T7. Wait, so that's what the guy tattooed on you? On himself? They're like, I want to introduce myself. T7. Damn. They got your name tattooed on themselves, basically. Shit. And you sent the beat? Alright, cool. So that's going to be on Discord then. Alright, that's what's up. Yeah, man. Hopefully, what's it called, bro? Like, the actual Discord server as well, if there's any other interest you got, like if you're into anime, you into books, TV, artwork, basketball, gaming, any of that sort of stuff, then, you know, feel free to join any of those other channels as well, man. Alright, let me jump into this Dropbox real quick and see if I can grab this shit. Can I play it from just here? I don't know how Dropbox works like that. I don't think so. It's calm. What the hell? Get out of here. Download. Bruh. I was about to say, I am about to sign up, bro. What the hell? Alright, cool. Let's give this a little listen here. You weren't lying when you said 808s are crazy. So I'm just going to pause it there because I want to offer a little feedback if I can. So, and also let me snooze this advert just so it don't interrupt me when I'm speaking. What I would say with the 808s, maybe it's just the way my headphones are tuned, so I will give you credit on that side, but I think it's a bit too bass heavy. So I think you might need to pull back on some of the low end on that just so it's not too, because the bass is just too drowning, you know. And I think in a car, in something like a car, that's gonna sound crazy, but for your average listener who's just listening on their headphones or whatever while they're in like the gym or whatever, it's gonna be a bit too much. So I'd say pull back on the bass a little bit, but I would say play more with the melody of the 808s, because you know it's kind of a bit too simple with the dun 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 dun. Like I would want more like dun 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 dun, like, you know what I mean? Playing a bit more like that, because you already do it a little bit, but do it more. You feel me? Because I think that's where the 808s can go really fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And then I would say the last thing as well is put some hi-hats in there a little bit more crazy. I mean, I was listening to it and I was like, bruh, if only this had more hi-hats as well. So I was looking for like a you know what I mean? Something like that in the back would go, you know what I mean? Like that would hit like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hear what you're saying with the distortion as well. Like the crazy distortion it is, but I'm not talking about the distortion itself, because the distortion is one thing, but it's the actual bass itself. You know what I mean? Like the distortion I think is relatively fine actually. It's actually just the tone of the bass. And I think that's like an EQ thing, you know what I mean? Cut out a little bit of that so it's not too bass heavy, you know what I mean? I usually make my hats in 3/4s on 4/4 beats. Okay. I mean, hey, look, man, whatever. This is the thing. At the end of the day, it's your style. You do what it is that you want to do with the track. You feel me? This is just what I would like to hear on it as a listener. You feel me? So, Like if I was making a beat type shit, then this is the sort of thing that I'd be doing on it. That being said, like, look, man, I'm not a producer, so I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. I just listen to music and I rap a little bit. So do what you want at the end of the day. But that's my feedback for the track. It's not something that I would rap on. You know what I mean? I could rap on it. You know what I mean? If someone put a gun to my head like, yo, spit on this beat, I could definitely have something for it. But it's not my type of beat. Yeah, you know, but it's not bad, man. It's not bad. Not my type of beat. I don't know where I could hear that. I think that's another problem that I have with it. I don't know where I could hear that song. And what I mean by that is, you know, would I hear that on the radio? Would I hear that on a TikTok? Would I hear that in the gym? Would I hear that in a movie? Like, where would I hear that song? I don't know where I'd hear that song. Which is weird because I have a really good imagination. I can normally find places to hear that. I think the best that I could probably hear that is in a movie in a club scene. So, you know when someone is like walking through a club because they're looking for someone to beat up or some shit? Like a drug deal is meant to go down, you're walking through the club and you're about to like, yeah, get into some beef with somebody, and it's one of these like techno, no, maybe not techno kind of clubs. So it's one of these clubs where like the bass is really thumping, and you know the two main character, like the main character and the villain or whatever, having a conversation over the thumping music. That's probably the closest I could hear this song. You know what I mean? Like hear that beat. That's probably where I could hear that the best. But otherwise, yeah, I'd be struggling to know where I'd hear that. You feel me? So I don't know. But don't take that as a diss at all. That's just my reflections on it as a outstander, as an admirer of the track. You feel me? Have I? Yeah, no, I finished that bottle of soju. Alright, cool. Bottle number 2, baby. Yeah, Titanic. I mean, you're 17, and I don't know what the rules are in Poland when it comes to drinking, but I'm assuming you have to be at least 18. So I'm going to make the assumption that you have not drunk alcohol before. And if you have, well, no, you haven't. Wink, wink. But yeah, man, I'm just having myself a little sip of soju, which is Korean alcohol. And yeah, man, it's just helping me. Oh, I've got a question for you, actually, Titanic. How do you make music? Because I get asked this a lot from like friends and shit like that. But the way I make music always changes. You feel me? And I've noticed that a lot of artists have a different process to me. So, yeah, how do you make music? Like, how do you go about making a song? First off, do you make the beats yourself? Do you find the beats from somebody? Do you get into a studio and work with them? Do you write the lyrics first and then make the beat? Do you make the beat first and then write the lyrics? Like, how do you go about making music, basically? Anyway, you're saying I'm European. I was chicken when I was 14. This is the thing I've noticed about Europeans. Like, because I got Romanian friends, I've got Lithuanian friends, I got Polish friends, and you know, bruh, all of these motherfuckers were drinking from young, like way before they were meant to be drinking. I don't know what's up with you guys, man. Shit, even some of my friends in the UK, like just regular British people, were drinking when they were like 16, 15 years old, whatever. So it's like, bro, why is it that all you people be drinking early, bro? I did not drink until I was 18. Literally, my 18th birthday is when I started drinking. I did not drink before that. Obviously, I had a little sip or something that, you know, my mom and dad would give me under careful supervision or whatever. But in terms of like actually drinking, I didn't do that until I was 18 years old. It was actually my 18th birthday that I first started drinking. You know what? I'm gonna wait for this advert to skip first, and I'm gonna get into this story properly so that people can hear it for real. But yeah, man, the story of me drinking for the first time it's nothing crazy. That's for damn sure. It's an innocent enough story, but it's just. You could tell that I had never drank before of how this story went. Oh, man. Oh, that's so beautiful. Hey, people, I'm just letting you know. If you don't, this is obviously going to be for the people who are subbed and don't have to be stuck in an advert at the moment. But, bro, if you guys have never, ever had flavored soju mixed with aloe vera, you don't know what you're missing. Check that out, fam. any sort of flavor, if you can get like some sort of matching thing to go with it, then hey, do that. Anyway, Titan saying, I have my own studio. I usually record other people, but I create tracks when I feel something inside me. Don't have to describe it. Okay, no, I kind of get what you're going at, man. So obviously, you saying that you do stuff for other people predominantly, right? Like that's what you do. You have your own studio, you get people in there, you work with other people. But every now and then, you know, something will catch you, the inspiration will come to you, and that's how you then end up making your own music, which makes sense. You know what I mean? So I get that. That's what's up. You know, for me, it's very different. The way I used to make music a lot of the time was I used to find a beat on YouTube, whatever beat I find, I'd write to it, and then, you know, just get in the studio, record it. But as time has gone on and I'm trying to have more of my own actual sound, the way I go about it these days is I'll get in the studio with a producer, sit down with him, be like, hey, this is the sort of vibe I'm trying to go for. I'll let them cook. I'll then make my lyrics while they're cooking, and then boom. That's how I then come up with the songs. But it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes I'll write the lyrics first and then go to a producer and say, hey, this is the sort of beat that I'm trying to have for these lyrics. Sometimes it will be just I've got a vibe in my head, so I'll say, hey broski, this is the vibe that I got, kind of match my vibe, whatever. But you know, anyway, fries over chips saying still at work, gonna leave you in the background whilst I write up. No worries, fries over chips, thank you very much for coming through to my stream regardless. Hope work is going well. How you doing, mate? I make music when I feel strong feelings like sadness, happiness, pissed off. Okay, so you're an emotional rapper. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, man. I used to be that way, but nowadays, I don't need to tap into my emotions that much. But I guess part of that is because I've been rapping for so long that nowadays I can rap about whatever, whenever, however, you know. So, yeah, I don't need that. But I guess it's also because the situations in which I'm rapping has changed. And what I mean by that is I don't have anything to be pissed off about. You know, I don't really have anything to be sad about. So if I want to create music, I need to tap into something other than my emotions, which then makes me have to kind of go more so from my head about stuff. But I used to be like that though, you know, and that's not to say that I don't do it, man. There was even a song that I wrote recently, which was, what's it called? Came from the emotions essentially, called Fumble the Bag, which was a song I wrote about fumbling an ex, you know. So there's definitely songs that I've written where if I'm in my emotions, then bada bing, bada boom, it could come up. But more so these days, I'd be writing, you know, just off of vibes more so than anything, and kind of just what I can get from here out there. So, for example, this song here, this is a song that's also out at the moment. It's called Vida Loca. I just came across this beat and I was like, "Oh shit, this is kind of fire! All right, let me write a little something to it." And that's exactly what I did. You know, just heard the beat, was like, "Oh, this is cold," and just wrote to it with whatever came to mind at the time, and that was it. I feel these feelings every day. I feel my artist soul is too strong. Sometimes it's difficult in everyday life. Well, I can't say that I necessarily relate to that, but what I will say is, look, man, them feelings are there for a reason, and if music is the way to process them, then go ahead and process them that way. You know what I mean? That is one of the great things about music, that it is a great outlet to be able to make sense of what's inside here, you know? So if it is difficult in everyday life, let music be that thing that comforts you. Let music be that thing that kind of gets you through it all. And hopefully you can then, kind of make sense of it, manage those emotions a little bit better, etc., etc. And God willing, your artist soul is what will be able to translate you out of regular life into the life it is that God wants you to be living. So, you know, you have schizophrenia, but not paranoid, only visual. Man, that's got to be difficult, bro. That's definitely got to be difficult. So, hopefully, you know what I mean, you'll be able to manage your schizophrenia a little bit with the music that you're making. So fingers crossed for you, man. I can't relate because I don't have schizophrenia, so I don't know what that must be like, but it's gotta be crazy. That's because I smoked pack with deodorant, but I didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. And you young as well. You know what I mean? So, so it's hard. Like when you're young, you don't know what things to look out for or who's gonna mess you up on those sorts of things. But hey, man, you be alright. I'm sure you be alright, bro. I mean, you just got to give it some time, give it some space, and eventually you'll be alright. Yeah, like you say, it gets better. It gets better, man. Me, thankfully, we thank God for it. Me, I've never been into drugs or anything like that, so I never smoked nothing. Literally, I only drink alcohol, and even then, I drink it in moderation. I definitely don't drink it overboard, unless I'm with our Filipino friends, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, me, I don't smoke nothing. I never have. I do not know what it's like to be high. I literally have never smoked any drug. I never taken nothing, whatever. So I got no idea what it's like. And yeah, like I said, I only drink, but I drink in moderation. I drink casually. But part of the reason why is because I wanted to stay away from stuff like that. I didn't want drugs to mess me up in any sort of way. Also, I used to be very passionate about my basketball, passionate about my rapping. So I was like, bro, if I smoke anything, it's going to mess with my vocals. It's going to mess with my breathing, man. I'm not going to be able to do the stuff that I want to do. So why would I, smoke? You know what I mean? Everyone was trying to get me to smoke as well. They were trying to be like, oh, Adrian, man. You know how many rappers out here smoke? Yeah, I mean, Snoop Dogg and whatever, they all smoke, bro. And that's what helps give them their creativity, man. You should get into it as well. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not trying to do any of that. So I'm happy that I stuck to my guts on that one. Or stuck to my guns, rather. I stuck to my guns on that because, yeah, man, I was never interested in it. And even to this day, I'm still not interested. What you saying? Friday, gelato, all them things. Don't smoke broski. I used to smoke every day. Damn. Now you smoke only on the weekends. Look, man, that's an improvement at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And the main thing is that the smoke don't control you. You feel me? You want to quit? All right, cool. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And the thing is, it's all up here, bro. It's all up here. If you have control of this, if you have control of your brain, you'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? So if you want to quit and you want to quit badly enough, you'll do it. You'll do it. You know what I mean? Because, with this smoking stuff, it's... The main thing is that you have it in moderation, that you have control over it. Don't let the smoke control you. If it controls you, that's where you know you're down bad and you need help. But as long as it don't control you, hey, ball out. You feel me? Oh yeah, man. If you want to quit, then quit. I don't know the best way to quit. I can't say, oh yeah, just quit cold turkey, because I know people have withdrawal symptoms and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to quit, then hey, use that heart, use that mind, get yourself off of it. You'll be alright. And besides, you're young, man. You're 17, bro. So it's not as if you're a lost cause. You feel me? You've got plenty of life to go ahead of you and stuff. So it's gonna be easy. Well, easy for you to quit and get up off of this. So yeah, I mean, and you say you're strong as well, man. So yeah, man, just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. If you're smoking on the weekends, you don't want to smoke on the weekends no more, than shit. Don't smoke on the weekends, bro. You're strong enough to do that. My brother, he wasn't someone that smoked weeds, but he used to smoke cigarettes. And he got to a point in his life where he was like, bro, I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, not able to run and play football like he wants to, and he's coughing and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, fuck all of this. And he just said, man, you know what? I'm done with this. And that was it. He just stopped. He just stopped smoking. Because his mind was that strong. His mind was like, bro, I don't need this shit no more. Fuck it. Boom. Did it off. So, you know what I mean? Just do that stuff, man. I've been through a lot in my life. I come from a neighborhood that was kind of a ghetto for junkies. When I was 8 years old, someone would approach me every day and offer me drugs, but I always ran away. Damn. That's a tough upbringing, bro. My parents are divorced. Your dad's in jail. Shit, boy. You got a tough life, my boy. But, me, I'm a believer in God. You know what I mean? So I believe that God don't give you battles that you can't handle. So if this is the cards that you've been dealt, then hey, you strong enough to handle all that. Like you say yourself, you're strong, right? So you can handle all this stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough. life is tough. But so what? That don't change what you have to do at the end of the day, right? So hey, you gotta just get your shit together, pick your pants up, and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You feel like you the GOAT, that's a good way to be. If you feel that you're the GOAT, then lean into that feeling and make the most of it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, hey, feeling is only half of the equation. You can feel one way, but if you ain't prove it, then it don't really matter how you feel. So, okay, you feel like the GOAT? All right, cool. Go out and show people why you're the GOAT then. You know what I mean? If you don't show people why you're the GOAT, then it's just words at that point. Because, hey, shit, I feel like a millionaire. But I ain't got £1,000,000 right now. So, how much am I a millionaire really? Until I show that money in my pocket, don't matter what I feel. Same way with you being the GOAT. You feel like the GOAT? Well, have you proven that yet? Have you shown people why you the GOAT? If you ain't done that yet, hey, you better get to work. You better get to work, gang. So, hey, man, I'm rooting for you, though, man. Do your shit. Man, what was this beat sound like again? I can't remember what it made. Oh, yeah, this is what I did. Okay, cool. I know how I can start working on that a little bit more. Anyway, I feel indestructible now. I have the respect of the entire city. I have everything I want. Just one phone call away. 2 years ago, no one knew about my existence, but my influence spread quickly. Man, we thank God for that sort of stuff, man. I try to get people to understand that things can change for you very, very quickly. And it's down to you to essentially, one, make it happen, but also two, get to that point where stuff changes quickly, you know? So your life can really 180 and explode in a matter of hours even, let alone days and weeks and months, years. So if you just put your head down, grind, and just keep on keeping on, eventually your shit can really, really work out for you. But it's about just having that dog in you to get through and see it through until you get to that point. So once you do that, then hey, boom, you're winning. Another side of that though is that all this shit can go tomorrow, so be appreciative of it while it lasts. Because I tell you this, man, you got the support of the city right now. Well, shit, some of that support is gonna go. Like, I'm not even trying to talk shit on you. That's just a reality of life. Like, some of that support's gonna go because people are fickle. You know, some of those people that are one phone call away, suddenly you ain't gonna be able to reach them. So some of this stuff is gonna go. But as long as you appreciate it, utilize it, etc., as much as you can in the here and now, bro, that's all that really matters at the end of the day, you know? So use it while you still can, appreciate it while you still can, and then when it's gone, you'll be all right because you loved it for while it was here, and then you're cool with it not being here no more, you know what I mean? I'm wanted in my city at every party and event, but I never come, only hang out with my homies. Everything changed in 1 week, 1 year ago. Bro, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Stuff can change at the drop of a dime. You feel me? Stuff can change at the bottom, at the drop of a dime. So, like, bro, and for me, again, I believe in God. You feel me? God don't make mistakes when it comes to this sort of stuff. So it's about being locked in with God, because God can make your life change in ways that you didn't even see coming. You know? For me, I had that moment when my dad died. It was around the time that my dad died. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the specifics of that, but just know that I lost everything. You know, I lost my dad, I lost my missus, I lost my car, my money. Like, I lost a lot of stuff at that, all at once. You know what I mean? But in the space of like a week or 2 weeks, within a month, basically, I had my car, I had my money, I had a job again, I had purpose in my life, I had the gym back in tow, I had basketball going for me again. Like, I had all my shit basically back together, and within like a year or so, I was back in a relationship. I was good. Like, I was good. You feel me? I was good. I had a better car than I ever had driven before. I had money in my pocket. I had a good job going for me. Like, I had all sorts of shit just going for me at that point. You know, so it happened quick. And so yeah, man, don't underestimate the power of God, first of all, but also just knowing that hey, stuff can change real quick. Stuff can change real quick. Yeah, you gotta take some time on a few things, but on other things, bro, it can change at a drop of a hat, man. So never ever underestimate that power. In my city, there are 50 rappers out of 30,000 inhabitants. I'm an authority for them in my hometown. I'm untouchable. I even banned one rap person from entering the city. He's also a rapper, but he likes children. He never came here again. Shit. Well, man, it sounds like you got some motion, man. But all I'm gonna say is just be careful with it, because at the end of the day, there's gonna be snakes in the grass. There's gonna be people that envy what you got, whatever. You don't want to be too, you don't want to throw that weight around too heavy. I'm definitely nowhere near that sort of level. I don't have that sort of power and authority, and I don't walk around my city claiming that I'm XYZ or anything like that. Like I'm a regular guy as far as anybody is concerned. That's not to say that you can test me. You feel me? You come over, I'm a G check you easy. Like that's not even up for debate. But I don't really have none of that sort of stuff going for me, so I don't have those worries. I don't have those concerns or whatnot, So I can't relate, but I definitely say just be careful with that stuff, because yeah, man, you don't want to piss off the wrong people, get into the wrong beef, whatever. Me personally, I'm not someone who glorifies any of that side of shit. It's respectable. I give credit where the credit is due, but I can't say that it's something I really respect too tough. It's more, I respect more just handling your business at the end of the day. And as long as you handle your business, then calm. You don't have to be the boss in the city. You don't have to be the big money guy. You don't have to be the guy who, you when you say jump, everyone says how high. Like, you ain't got to be that. But as long as your shit's patterned, then that's kind of all I really care about at the end of the day. You say I know how to play it. Each of these 50 is dependent on me in some way. And if they love me, their admirers love me too. All right, then. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I mean, that's cool and all. But like I said, just be careful with that. Just be careful with that, because somehow, some way, it can backfire. And if you ain't got your ducks in a row on that, then it could be problematic. I realize that I very much sound like an unk saying this shit, but shit, I am an unk, bro. I'm 33. So listen to what Unk is saying, man. Listen to what Unk is saying, because I'm aware of certain things in this life. You feel me? Like I said, I've never been in Unk's position or whatever, but I'm aware of that lifestyle. I've been around people in that lifestyle, all that sort of stuff. Experience is the best teacher, but it ain't got to be my experience. So I've learned things from people, and so that's why I'm able to speak on this stuff. So it's like, cool. Just like I said, be careful with it. That's all I'm saying. Be careful with it. As long as you're careful with it, then that's all good. But don't get caught up in no bullshit, man. Especially because you're young. Because you're a young buck, you don't want to get caught up too tough in any of this stuff, because there's way more to life than just being the guy in the city and whatnot. You know what I mean? I will say, man, it makes sense that you can have that sort of influence because you're in a place that has 30,000 inhabitants. And that's not a big amount in terms of the size of towns, cities, even villages. Like, that's not a crazy amount. But it's enough. But it's not crazy amount. So I can understand how you essentially rose to power. You feel me? But like I said, be careful with it. As long as you're careful with it, then all's good. But if anything, but just be aware that sort of stuff can also come back to bite you in a way that you ain't prepared for. So be easy, be careful, rub the right shoulders, keep a good heart, keep a good energy about you, and you'll be all right past that. I know that there will be problems someday. I'm aware of it and it should, but for now, it doesn't look like it'll happen, and the net is constantly growing. All right then, man. As long as you got your shit under wraps, bro. As long as you got your shit under wraps, man. But in any case, man, just do the best that you can. Do what God is wanting of you. That's another thing. Like me, like I was even having this thought just the other day. But like, I'm no longer ashamed to talk about God, my relationship with God, the spirituality side of stuff. So if I sound like a broken record, I can only apologize. But I'm not sorry for the things I'm saying. You feel me? So walk in your purpose that God wants you to walk in, man. If you ain't tapped into that, then stuff is gonna go south in a way that you ain't prepared for. And even if things on the surface seem like they're working out very, very well for you, it could be because the enemy's got you right in their traps. They got you right there where they want you. You want to be cautious of that stuff. So walk in the purpose that God wants you to walk in. As long as you're doing that, you're gonna be alright. You know what I mean? You're confident because I have built up an unimaginable amount of respect for myself. Don't let that be your downfall. Don't think that it is an unimaginable amount of respect. That is how people get taken down. You know what I mean? Some people think that, hey, listen, I'm respected up out of here. Bro, you'd be surprised. You're a good person, you don't have enemies? Fam, you'd be surprised, bro. You think you don't have enemies, but there's going to be people that hate on you just because you're you. You know what I mean? Just because you're you. They'll say, oh, raw, Titanic has got the respect of the whole city. Well, where the fuck is my respect, bro? Nah, man, fuck this motherfucker, bro. I don't like it. Simply because you got the respect of the city and they don't. You know what I mean? So you don't think you have enemies, bro. You have no idea who your enemies are is actually what you're saying. You know? Because I guarantee you this, man. You're not as untouchable as you think you are. That's just a fact about it because you're a human being at the end of the day. So you can get touched just like anybody else in this world can get touched. And there's going to be somebody who's envious of your position. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? So be aware that if you think you ain't got enemies, you probably have enemies. You just don't know who they are yet. And it's not enemies that will it's not necessarily enemies that will fuck you up. Like, it could be a very slight, they just don't fuck with you. Or, yeah, they're cool to your face, but behind closed doors, they don't really like you like that. It could be just something as simple as that, But don't ever think that you ain't got enemies, bro. If you're in the position that you're describing to me, I'm telling you for now, you got enemies, man. You got enemies, you got haters, you got all that sort of stuff. Despite the fact that you're a good person, there's going to be some people that just don't fuck with you. That's just life. You know what I mean? You're not going to be liked by everybody in this life. It's just not realistic at all, And it's not your job in life to be liked by anybody. There's not a single person on this earth who is liked by everybody. There just isn't, So, you're not special in that fact. There's going to be some people that don't like you. There's going to be some people that don't fuck with you. You might not be aware of it, but some of these people don't fuck with you. So just be aware that, hey, yes, you're a good person. You ain't stepping on nobody's toes, and you're not. You're doing all the right sort of things in your mind. But you got haters, bro. You got haters. You're going to. You're bound to. There's no way you don't. You feel me? So you're going to have haters. You're going to have enemies. And you just need to be aware of the fact that you have them. You don't need to know who they are per se, but just be aware that you do have them. Like, there's no way you don't have enemies. If you're in a position that you say you're in, there's no way you don't have enemies. Right? You do. Like I said, there's going to be people that are envious of your position. There's going to be people that just don't fuck with you. Just don't fuck with whatever. It could be even something as simple as, oh, bro, I don't like his face. It could be something as simple as that, bro. I just don't like the way this motherfucker look. And they're just going to say, bro, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to decide to hate on him just because I don't like his face. Sounds silly, right? But it's true. That's how reality works. For now, I'm happy with how things are. It's strange because I used to walk around with pepper spray that could burn my eyes, and now I walk around safely and give high fives. Well, we got to love it, man. You got to appreciate that. That's a sign, as far as I'm concerned, that God is looking out for you. So it's one of those things where it's like I prayed for times like this type shit. So enjoy it while it lasts, man. Enjoy it while it lasts and pray that it lasts for as long as it possibly can. As long as you are, good person, putting on for your city, doing what you got to do, etc., etc., not trying to rub the wrong shoulders and all that sort of stuff, then this can go for a long, long time. But you got to take care of yourself at the end of the day. You got to do all the right things. So, yeah, man, we thank God, though, that this is the way that life has panned out, considering that you say you've had a hard life and now it's ended up like this. Why not, innit? Oof, this soju is hitting. I like that. Let me hear this again. I feel like I should double up on that. Like, wait, hold up. What was this sound again? That's a saw, isn't it? Square Purity. Where is Square Purity on this? Oh, it's a synth string still? Okay, fine. I thought it was, well, there's not really a place for saws, is there? So, synth string. Live in the east of Poland near Ukraine. It's very unpleasant here. Damn. Heart goes out to you for that, man. I can only imagine how bad it is. I mean, I'm down in the UK, so it's nice and safe where I'm at. I cannot complain. Well, no, I can complain, but I'm not going to complain about the stuff that I got because, frankly, it's not too bad. Whoops. Let's shift that an octave up. Yeah, I like how that sounds. I wonder. I like how that's sounding so far. Alright, cool. So let us get all this. Wait, hold up. Wait, Nani? Let me got it. Which reminds me, I need to start studying Japanese again. Very random. Titanic. Do you like watch anime or manga, read manga, any of that sort of stuff? You said going to bed now because I have a fever. Saw the stream on the main page. Decided to check it out. Don't regret it. Take care. Thanks for the advice. No worries, my guy. Look, man. Thank you very much for coming through to the stream. Appreciate you in here, man. All the best with your music stuff, and yeah, hope your fever goes down as well. But I'm surprised I even showed up on the main page. I'm surprised about that. Don't know how the hell that happened, but cool. But yeah, man. Thank you very much for coming through, and all the best, and take care of yourself. You only watch Pokemon? Hey, fair enough, man. I'm just gonna see if there was an anime nerd amongst us, but yeah, nah, no worries, bro. But yeah, man, take care of yourself, man. Do your thing and all the best, bro. I'm gonna continue working on this music because I got an album to make and I need to figure out how to make this a good idea. Oh wait, what does it sound like without that? Oh wait, yeah, I know how to do this. Now we're starting to get into like the arrangement side of the song. Actually, it'll probably be like that. I see what's happening. Okay, cool. I think we're getting somewhere now. Yeah, I know. Gonna do it. Let me see if I'm on here. Whoops. I was thinking of maybe doing something like that to kind of switch the stuff up. So it'd be like. Maybe something like that. Wait. Maybe something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Because then it would have to be. Let me see where we're at. So. Also, by the way, welcome back, Brown Sugar Saga. So it's going down to the G, whereas I want that G to actually go up. Back to the C5. Wait, what? Hold up. Oh, because that's C. There we go. So we want it to go back up to D sharp. So D sharp. That's the white note. So that's what? Yeah, F5. So then the very next one. Wait, hold up. Oh yeah, that's one up. So then that would be up like here. There we go. Shift that open. So then. Also, why has it got claps in it? Go in. Yeah, why does that have claps on that? That's not meant to have claps in that thing. Wait, is it synth 4, right? Like, yeah, why has it got claps in it? It's not meant to have claps. Anyway, bear me 2 seconds because I gotta go to the toilet real quick. But I'll sort this out afterwards. 1 sec. Okie dokie, I have returned. But yeah, you see the progress, Brown Sugar Saga. Thing is, I would have made more progress if I wasn't so caught up in talking to Titanic when he came into the chat. But oh well, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. Now, what I want to understand is where is this clap clap coming from when I play this pattern? Like, why is that happening? Because there's nothing in here for that to be happening. So why the hell is that so long? But yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Does that occur? Because this is a clone. What the hell? So I'll go into this. Huh? That's showing up in other patterns? What the hell? I'm so confused. Because that's there, right? That's so weird. I don't know. But if you're saying play the track without... Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing the track without the sound. So it shouldn't be turning up. But for some reason it is. And that's why I'm confused. I think the only thing I can do is if I do like this, but then I don't know if that works on like, yeah, see, because that mutes the sound entirely, which is not what I want. What the fuck? It's still showing up, huh? Wait. It must be a glitch of the. It must be a glitch of the program, because basically these lights over here will light up to show when something is basically sparking off. Right now, that's the sound, right? So we know that it's this one here that's meant to make a sound. But watch what happens. As you can see, this has got like stuff put into it, so it's meant to be sparking off this. Nothing is meant to be sparked off there. But listen. So you can hear it sparking, but it doesn't light up over here. So there's got to be a glitch in the system somehow. If I play the whole song, like, it sounds fine, you know, but something weird is going on, and I don't really understand what it is. Anyway, what I wanted to listen to was just how this sounded anyway, so... Cool. So I just need to essentially clone that and transpose it up an octave. Even though I don't think I've actually done it just now, because with the heavy. Wait, hold on. Also, get rid of that, put it in the track, boom. Let me hear. Yeah, no, it's... I think that's what I want. And then, yeah, if I then clone this to be synth 6, put that up one more, then this is the transition. So let's hear how this sounds now. Yeah. Alright, cool. I think we're in a good place right now. I don't know what to call this song, but we've got something. That's the main sort of thing at the end of the day. We've got something. Now, is this going to be on the album? Probably not. But we've got something to at least get the creative juices flowing. And I think that that is an important thing to do anyway. Particularly because I've not written a song in so long. Like, I've not made a beat in forever. I've not written a song in forever. So just to have something there is a good sign. You know, so we're in the right sort of space. Let's listen to... Let me show you guys what I have so far. Okay? Yeah, that's what I need to do. Alright, sorry, because I'm like changing things on the fly. It needs to be 4, 5, 6, right? So 4, 5, 6. I mean, 3 probably might never get used actually. So, alright, cool. Let's try it again. Well, you guys get the general idea of what's going on, right? have an idea. I think 456 going in over here is probably the next best play. Why is it continuing on? Oh, do I have a little like... Oh, get rid of that bullshit. Yeah. Alright, cool, sweet. So, alright, check this. So, check what this sounds like from the beginning. I've got to stop it just because I've had an idea now. I need a flute. Something like that. Now, I think I use citrus usually for my flute. I can't remember. No, sorry, not citrus. I was over to just second Sakura. Does Sakura have the flutes like I remember them having once upon a time? Fruit. We're looking for wind, unless they don't have them like they used to. They've got the default stuff. No, I'm just looking for a flute at the end of the day. So that's flute D, which I don't think is. Yeah, it's definitely not that. Here's other flutes. Okay, what the hell? That don't sound like no flipping flute I've ever heard. Ooh! Wait, what did I start on? Yeah, right there. Oh, that could sound so cold. No. Oh, oh yeah. This is the stuff this is why I make music, because when you have moments like this, it feels so flipping gratifying. Because it's just that discovery. It gives me like a childish wonderment. Oh, all right. Hold up. Hopefully I can do this right. That's all I need. Take that off. Boom. Quantize it because I quantize everything. Did I do it properly? Hold up a sec. No, I didn't. Oh shit. What am I looking for? Playlist. There we go. Boom. That is the list that I want to quantize. There we go. Can you just behave yourself like that? Boom. Can you behave yourself like that? Let me just hear what sounds like pan. It definitely needs a separation. So what I'm gonna do is, why are you being like this? Do I have to like change the snapping or whatever? Can't remember how to do that. Like this. Not step. It's definitely not half beat. I want it shorter than this. 6 beat. Can I? That's not what I want, but no, this is gonna end up terribly, and I don't want it to be like that. You know what? Maybe I should just undo the quantizing that I did. And then, what's it called? If okay, so no, this is where my lack of experience in FL Studio shows. But I'm gonna make it work. Let me see. The thing is, I know as well that I can just like, I think do it like this, and I could just move them to exactly where I want them to be. That's a bit early, I think. sound it was that I just had. Alright, yeah, it's this one. Honest. The thing is, I think the attack on this isn't quite right, so it's not coming in as quickly as I want it to, but I don't know exactly how to change that. That might actually sound cold. Hold up. Nah, not quite. Yeah, no, back to the flutes. Because I think it's this envelope stuff over here that I want to change, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what I want. And I think one of, whoops, one of, I think. There we go. That's the thing that was messing me up. The note basically wasn't long enough. Yep, that works. Alright, cool, sweet. So let's see how this sounds in the song now. Maybe not have it in this part here, but I think when it gets around this sort of part, it might be good for the breakdown. Let's see how this goes. Have I finished that episode? No, I haven't. Still got like half a bottle left. Lovely stuff. Okay, cool. I think the attack is just not quite right, but I think we're on the right sort of line. So sorry, I just got to respond to a message real quick. So yeah. Anyway, but I think we're on the right sort of rants. Like I said, the attack is what's bothering me bad. I wonder if there's another. The thing is, I like how this flute sounds. I wonder if there's something else that I could potentially use. Because I'm not seeing the. What's this scary flute sound like? can't lie, that kind of sounds quite cold. I can't lie, that kind of sounds quite cold. Hold on, let me see what it sounds like on the beat. I can't even hear them. No, I need to have a synth on there. Hold on, let's do that. Wait, hold up, Brown Sugar Saga. What's that emote that you're using over there? Because I don't know if that's like a good or bad one. It looks bad. I gotta respond to more messages. Alright, cool, lovely stuff. This ain't crazy, no, it's fine. Cool, glad that you're liking it. Yeah, I think I kind of like the sound. I think that this is a cold sound. Wait, no, wrong pattern. This one. I like the sound of that. That is very nice. You know what I mean? So, let me rename this just so I know what it is that is happening. I don't know how to fit that into the beat though. It sounds so. I feel like I want to make another beat with that sound. You know, like, because I can hear strings that would go with that and yada yada this and that. This is the part that I kind of struggle with when it then comes to making music, right? Sometimes my mind goes outside of my rapping ability and I end up making beats that I would hear in something else. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be something I would rap on. It'd be something maybe that is in a video game or something that I could hear in a movie, something I hear in an anime, that sort of stuff. I don't know if I have any of those sorts of beats on here, but that's being said, I do need to save this because if I lose this, I'm gonna be pissed. So what am I gonna call this? Flow state. That was the idea that I had earlier. So I'm gonna call this flow state. Use this for, wait, hold on, what? Oh, because I've never saved anything on this before, have I? Yeah, save this. Yes, this will be my pro. Wait, what? Image FL. Yeah. Cool. So that's now saved as flow state. But if I open up another one of my projects, not Jungle. I think Jungle Creeper is one that is kind of like I wouldn't rap on it. So there's something like that, and then what was Chocolate Party again? I always forget this one. Oh yeah, this one. What the fuck is that kick? 1, 2, 3, 4. So obviously, well, I could rap on this, but I wouldn't. You know what I mean? And then that. So yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? So there's some beats that I make that they're not made for me to rap on. What's this one? Oh yeah, this one. Wait, what's that? Hold up. Yeah, get rid of that. That's horrible. Holy shit. Yeah, that bass was rubbish. Because that bass, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, I remember that. Like by itself, it sounds okay, but on that beat, no. But you kind of get it, right? So some of the beats that I make, they aren't something that I would rap on. What's this? Oh yeah, this one. I don't even need to listen to this one. Like, I'm aware of which one this was. The problem is as well that some of the beats that I've made weren't made on this laptop. They were made on my computer, because yes, I do have a PC, but it is an old well, relatively old PC, underpowered PC, and so I don't use it anymore. But I need to like get those off there and put them onto this laptop so that I can access them again, because I had some fire ass fucking projects on there, and they're kind of just rotting away on that PC. Some of the songs that I produced, like Great, for example, my song Great that's out at the moment, I made it on that PC, you know, so I want to get those beats off of there because I have some fire on there. But you know, that will come in time. But yeah, man, some of the beats that I make, they are beats that I wouldn't rap on and stuff. So I kind of feel like that's the direction I'm going in right now with Flow State. It feels less now, like it's starting to feel less like I would rap on this and more like I would feature it in something. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense to you lot. Anyway. Oh, I love that sound. Anyway, let me see what the song sounds like again. Let me finish off the last of this soju. And I still have a bottle of beer as well that I bought in case all the soju wasn't enough, but clearly it is because I'm feeling good. Yeah, fucking finish out. After this stream is done, I'm gonna have me a shower. Actually, to be fair, I should start wrapping this stream up very, very shortly because I need to be up early to put the bins out. Last thing I want to do is miss the time for these things to go out. So I'm gonna set myself an alarm and all sorts, make sure that I can get these bins out right. But for me to do that, I should get an early night's sleep. I mean, already the stream has been going on longer than it's meant to. I love that. All right, let me just get that breakdown at the end again. Yeah. Now, this is the thing. I'm aware of the fact that I've been drinking soju tonight, so maybe, just maybe, this is going to sound like Dookie in the morning, but from how it's sounding right now, I like it. So, if you lot don't like it, I advise that you start sipping a little something for your senses, so that they are dulled a little bit and you're able to enjoy this as much as I'm enjoying it. But so far, Yeah, nah, I think look, hey, look, chat, you tell me. You feel me? You tell me, because you lot are the ones witnessing this. What's the verdict? What are we saying about this beat that I'm making so far? Obviously, it is not going to be the type of song that is going to run the charts or anything like that. But just in terms of a vibe, is it a vibe? Is this a vibe? Is what I've produced a vibe so far? You lot let me know if this is a vibe, because I think it's a vibe. With that being said, I've been drinking tonight, so who knows what my tastes and sensibilities are like so far. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to the fact that I got 109 followers in the stream right now. That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm now quote unquote comfortably over 100 followers. So, yay! Anyway, let me listen to this one more time. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I'm in a good place with that, because I can now start to feel the rhythm and the flow of what it is that I want to spit on that beat. You know, so now I can start coming up with lyrics for this. I'm not quite sure what the subject matter would be with this, but the thing that was in my head was, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time. You know, when it's doing that, like, the thing that's coming to my head is, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time. So now we're starting to get a form to shape in my head of like an idea, and the way I want this to flow and how I want my lyrics to be on this. I don't know what the lyrics are, but I've got an idea of how I want it to sound, how I want it to flow. And so, yeah, we got something over here, people. We got something over here. So, I am, you know, with that being said, I am going to call it a day on the stream over here. As dangerous as that might be to the potential of this song being made, it's just the fact that I'm aware of the fact I got to put out the bids tomorrow, and I want to make, because I'm not going to put them out tonight. I'm too tired and lazy and whatever to do them tonight, so I got to put them out tomorrow. So I need to make sure I'm awake tomorrow to do that. So let me get myself an early night's sleep. Let me go have a shower because I need one. Let me finish up this little soju that I'm drinking. Enjoy myself. So have this soju, take a shower, then be able to get up bright and early tomorrow. But I think that, yeah, we're in a good space right now, musically, to be able to slide on this beat. Thank you, Brown Sugar Saga, for saying that I ate that. Appreciate it. Considering that I've not produced a beat, especially not one beginning to end, in literally months, maybe even over a year now at this point, actually, now I think about it, it's been at least a year that I've last produced a beat. It's nice to know that it's being received well, just in terms of the sound that I'm coming out with, you know. And I'm not a confident producer at all. I do not know my stuff when it comes to producing. This is very, very basic. This is very, very simple. This does not have the spit and polish required for this to be a commercial track by any means necessary, you know. But maybe, just maybe, this is something that when I take it to a producer, or as my skills develop, then it can actually sound like a certain song, you know. So this is kind of just to set the groundwork for a song that I can have on the album. But I want it to be something where it's like I'm just straight spitting, you know. That's what this beat is meant to be for. It's just for straight spitting. I catch the flow, I enter the flow state, and I just rip it. That's what this beat is meant to be, you know. That boom. Obviously, that's not how the kicks and the claps are, but in my head, it kind of is working like that, you know. So as long as it's like, actually, if we just solo these two. Yeah, it's like one step above what a boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. Like, that's what it is. So instead of it being boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. That's what it essentially is, you know? So it's that one step. Maybe I should change it, actually. Maybe I should have it as a boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. That'd probably be better, right? Because I think maybe, just maybe, the kicks and the claps are kind of overcooking it right now. So if we clone this, make kick 1. Yeah, it doesn't help that these claps are being stupid. So let me see. Yeah, cool. So oh wait, no, surely not. Hold up. Wait, things are being weird over here, but it's fine. Boom, 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 out there, boom, boom, out there. Oh wait, did I change the clap how it's meant? Oopsie, probably wasn't meant to do that. Kick 2 is meant to go over there. That one part where that weird glitch thing actually helps out. Let me see. realize some weird stuff is going on around here. I'm just trying to like fix it all. Oops. Actually, I'm gonna keep that. Here. Oh, yeah. There we go. I need to do syndicate 2. Okay, so if we go to pattern now, oh, not pattern, song, go to the beginning song. Oh yeah, unmute everything. There we go. I love that bass going doom 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 doom. That bass is so. Alright, cool. But yeah, I think we're in a good place now. So save. Primary rule of beat making, as well as just anything that you're working on for a substantial amount of time, save as you go along, save frequently. You know what I mean? Because the last thing you need is for your system to crash on you, give up on you, whatever, and then you lose all of the hard work that you've done. I have definitely learned the hard way about that, right? Like saving as you go. Like if you're doing something for a long amount of time, you don't save as you go along, then it comes to bite you in the ass. Learned that the hard way. Don't be like me. Save as you go along, sort of thing. But yeah, man, I think we're good with this. So with all of that being said, let's get back to the talking screen. Yeah, I've got my own. Yeah, I forgot I've changed my camera. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming through to the stream. I appreciate it. It has been a fun time getting back into music, man. Like having those little moments of hearing a sound that kind of sounds crazy. I'm like, ooh, okay. Like I love that feeling. That's why I make music, honestly. Besides the greater ambition of what it is that I try to do with music, which is, you know, to be able to change people's lives and inspire people and whatnot. I also just love that little feeling of just something that excites me, you know? So, yeah, love that. And it's been an absolute pleasure being able to do that. Brown Sugar Saga, glad that you were able to witness the creation part. The funny thing as well is that you were in a part that I'm not good at, you know? Like, I'm not a great producer. Rapping is my thing. So this isn't even the part that I excel at. So I hope that you'll be around for the part that I like doing the most, the part that I enjoy doing the most, you know, the lyric writing, because frankly, that is what I'm actually good at. That's my bread and butter. But hey, this wasn't bad either, you know. So I'm glad that you were able to enjoy it, and you know, like I said, you're glad that you caught it. I'm glad that you're here to receive it, so appreciate that. Next stream is going to be Saturday 7 till 9 p.m. At least the next scheduled stream. I might just do another stream in between all of that because the streaming bug has bitten me this week now that I'm off work. So chances are I might be streaming another time before that. But next scheduled stream is going to be 7 till 9 on Saturday. If I stream sooner than that, you're going to know about it through Discord. So please follow me on Discord to find out. But Brown Chicken Salad is also saying, listen, when you start, you got to do the parts you don't like until you can pay someone to do the parts you don't like. Here's the thing. It's not that I don't like this part. It's just that I'm not good at it. You know, because producing the beats is a new skill for me. You know, I've not practiced it. I'm not that good at it. You know, that's not my area of expertise. Whereas writing lyrics, I've been writing lyrics for 23 years now. So, yeah. And it's not even that it's time consuming per se. It's more so just, it's a whole area that I'm essentially unfamiliar with. There's so many things to beat making. I'm just going to snooze the adverts just so it doesn't interrupt this, because I think this is a good point of discussion to have. But when it comes to making music and, you know, beat making specifically, it goes deeper than just find nice sounds and make them fit. You know, it is a time-consuming process especially if you don't know what you're doing. But you find sounds, you have to arrange them a certain way, and having music theory can help with all that sort of stuff as well. But it's also then bringing the most out of all those instruments, making them sit nice with each other and play nice with each other, putting on effects and all that sort of stuff to enhance the sounds that you're going for. And then once you put vocals into the mix, that's a whole other level of stuff as well. So you want to be producing the songs, bearing in mind that someone's voice has got to go on this at the end of the day. That's a part of music that I've essentially just not touched. I've always been the vocalist. So when it comes to producing the song, that's just not something I've ever really spent time with. I've got very limited time, especially in comparison to the lyric part. Because again, I've been writing lyrics for 23 years. Beat making, I've done that for maybe, if I was to include when I first came across FL Studio, maybe 2 years max. You know, like in terms of actual time invested in it, like maybe 2 years, 3 years, two but realistically it's probably like 1.5, 2 years, maybe 3, right? So I'm just very green to that side of stuff, and I enjoy it. I'm just not good at it. You know, I just don't put much. I've not put enough time into it to be good at it, and I don't understand enough about it to do it. And especially to have ideas in my head and translate them into a beat, I'm still learning that skill. You know what I mean? So that's where the difficulty is, and that's why I'm like, yeah. It's not really a part that I don't like. The part that I don't like is more so like the marketing and stuff like that, the social media marketing, networking, all that sort of stuff. But the actual creation of music, I enjoy all of it. Even the editing of the vocals, the editing of the beat, the mix and mastering and stuff, it's all stuff that fascinates me at the end of the day. So it's stuff I wish I was better at. So I'm willing to put the time in to get better at that stuff. It's more tedious than writing lyrics for sure. Like writing lyrics now is second nature for me, but I still enjoy that, you know. So I wouldn't mind doing that more, but it's definitely just I don't have the expertise, and that's the difficult part. But hey, hopefully in time that will come. But definitely I would like to entrust that part to people who are good at that part, so I can do the part that I'm good at, which is the lyric writing and the performance of the lyrics. And that's how I come up with banger music. But hey, we'll do that in a lunch stream. Until then, guys, thank you very much for coming through. I appreciate it as always. Like I said, next scheduled stream is going to be Saturday 7 till 9. If I am doing a spontaneous stream besides that, then just stay up to date with me in my Discord server. Check out my music that I currently have online. It means a lot to me if you guys can check that out. It is on my Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, YouTube, all those places. Link is in my bio if you want to go check out some of my latest music. It would mean the world to me if you guys can check that out. Join my Discord server as well, because I'm doing a giveaway at the end of this month. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, you got to be part of my Discord server. Details are going to be released very shortly for how to enter my Discord giveaway. But with all that being said, I'm going to get you guys out of here before the ad strikes. So even though it's going to make me a little money, I want you guys to have some sanity in your lives. So take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. I'll catch you guys on Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Until then, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.